Alright, so we're up to game 2 of the Pilgrimage Tournament, and I've been pitched up against the Warriors of Chaos. My opponent's name is Dale. Never played him before, and very fortunate not to come up against a level 4 on a dragon. I did come up against a level 4 and a level 2 in his army. It's a team-based army. Everyone's Nurgle based, so the -1 weapon skill and I believe -1 ballistic skill as well, or -1 to hit something rather. Anyway, I did get a picture of the deployment, but we rolled off the sides, and I was very lucky to roll high enough to pick which side I was going to be on. And on the table there was only one side with the hill, so obviously I picked the side with the hill. Stuck most of my artillery up there with the Doom Diver, the Speed Chucker, and the Rock Lobber, which is not in the picture. What I had in mind was to sort of hold up one end of the table, which was the side that had more room, and stick my big blocks in there, and hopefully I could whittle the Chaos Warriors unit down. So along with the level 4 and level 2 wizards that Dale had in his army, he had a big block of chosen warriors. You can see on the picture there on the left hand side, along with the chosen warriors is the big unit of Chaos Warriors. Also had a unit of about 25 marauders, 5 knights, 5 of the marauder cavalry, and I think that was it. Very small but very hard hitting army, so I had that in mind, so that's why I was forcing him to come to me so I could get in as much shots as I could. So after about 2 turns, it was a bit of a standoff with the big Orc units and the Chaos Warriors. What I wanted to do was try to just make him think which unit to charge. So either way, if I manage to hold, I could flank him with one of either the BSB's unit or the unit there on the right hand side. He was aware of the Fanatics and the big Goblin unit there of 24. He knew there was 2 in there because the other one was released already with the archers. I released 1, and at the top there you can see the pump wagon and his marauder unit missing. What happened was I rolled 11 to move, and I whacked them straight onto the marauders. Then when it came to impact hits, I rolled 12, and I managed to knock off I think 9 marauders. I'm very happy with that. And yeah, so they ended up legging it, and the pump wagon caught him down. And you could also see the Chaos Warriors unit being whittled down. That's from the Rock Lobber and the Speed Chuckers, the ones that could actually see, because I had to plant some down onto the flat ground. Couldn't fit every one of them onto the hill. And over here you could see the Night Goblins running away from the charge of the Knights. That allowed me to counter charge with the Wyvern onto the Knights next, and also with the Squeak Hoppers. And when I released the Fanatics onto the Knights, rolled a 2, and they both missed. That 1 kill from the Knights was actually from the bolt thrower there, just in that picture. Managed to kill only 1. I was hoping to do a little bit more damage, but if 1 knight goes down, then that's all I gotta live with. So anyway, the Wyvern and the Black Hawk War Boss got in along with the Squig Hoppers, and I managed to kill 1 knight with the Wyvern. On the challenge, his champion had to issue a challenge, and I was more than happy to accept. I did about 4 wounds on it. Squig Hoppers didn't do 1 wound. He managed to kill a Squig Hopper in return with the knight that was on the side. He did lose combat, but he managed to stick around, and that really hampered my game because I thought I could break the unit along with the kills, but they were tough and resilient, so the Wyvern and the Squig Hoppers were stuck into another round of combat. And unfortunately for me, that was what cost me further points into the army, because what I would have done was I would have moved the Wyvern across in my following turn. I wouldn't have overran. I would have just moved them behind the Chaos Warriors unit, or maybe even the Chosen. And had I charged one of those 2 units, I would have combined charge with the Wyvern as well, just to get that +2 with the rear attack and hopefully some kills. But it wasn't meant to be. And while all that was happening, on the left-hand flank, we had the pump wagon that was being charged with the Marauder Horseman. He managed to do 2 wins to it. I lost combat, but being stubborn in leadership 4, I managed to roll a 3. So they held for a turn until the horsemen got around and started doing a bit of damage to my war machines. But eventually I got rid of them from the shooting of the bolt thrower. A nice healthy bolt thrower flank. Nice marauder kebab. And got full points for them, so I was happy with that. But all the fighting was happening on the other side, the big square off. You can see the goblins running away from the chosen. I fled with them because they've got a lot of attacks, and I don't think goblins can stand up to them. So yeah, and then his Chaos Warriors unit being dwindled down by about another 1 or 2 models from the Rock Lobber, which I had a direct hit on, but unfortunately I had to scatter a little bit. Got about 3 partials and managed to kill 2 of them on that hit. Then on my turn, these Orc boys here, very stupid Orc boys, rolled a 6 on the animosity table and rolled a 5, which was just enough to get him in there into combat. And what happened was the Chosen just absolutely munched through that unit. They killed about maybe 8 models and couldn't hold. So there he was with a standard and Orc unit that was running away. Just to roll off to see whether they pursue or not. I rolled, I think, 2 Snake Eyes, and he rolled 8, so that unit was well and truly gone. And you can see the Wyvern's base there at the back. I finally got there after about 2 turns trying to kill the Knights. It was a little too late. Now, what I had in mind with the Wyvern was to stick him at the back of the Chaos Warriors unit. Just in case he would charge into my BSB's unit and flee, he would have to run to the Wyvern, and they would have been automatically destroyed. But unfortunately, being tied up against the Knights, 20 inches could only get me so far, and 20 inches is where he is right now. And my instincts proved to be true. What he had done was he charged the General's unit onto the BSB's unit, and he did a couple of wounds, so did I, but I outnumbered him, had a BSB, standard, ranks, outnumber, and all that good stuff that static res can do for you. And he rolled high for the break test, and they legged it. And I just missed out on catching him, and it was my turn next, so what I did was I just kept chasing after them, but on his turn 6, they rallied, unfortunately for me, because there's a lot of points invested into that unit. And in this picture you can see Dale just laughing in the background because his chosen warriors quite possibly pulled back the game for him. Took out the unit of Orcs, captured the standard, kept the Night Goblin, they panicked actually, yeah. Night Goblin unit panicked because of the broken Orc unit. They ran off, which then in turn panicked the Speed Chucker unit, which also ran off the table. So there was quite a few points gone just like that, and I know he's invested a lot of points into this chosen warriors unit. And of course rallying the Chaos Warriors unit with the general, that was big for him also. The end result was 11-9. Had a blast in this game. Dale's a very charismatic sort of person. I'd play him any day of the week, that's for sure. So thanks Dale for the game, and 11-9, my first win, and after 2 games of the pilgrimage, doing better than what I did last year.